mine!
Yeah.
Hello everyone, welcome to Kick It. Thank you all for your kind words for the debut episode last time. But we kick off with some updates. Congratulations to both Timespinner and Medora for reaching their funding goals. Timespinner are looking at reaching over $110,000, with a 3DS goal set for $115,000. They are considering a PayPal donation to continue funding after the campaign. Medora was actually quite lucky, in fact. For a while, it looked like the game would miss its funding goal. As seen by these graphs by KickTrack, they were predicting by the trend that the game would miss their goal by a few $1,000s. But with 48 hours to spare, the game got a last wind and at the end was funded with $78,000. Now, while the stretch goals weren't reached, they have confirmed the games will still reach all the systems. Big news for Shantae fans, as following major demand during their Kickstarter for Half Genie Hero, Shantae's DSi game Risky's Revenge has been released on PC via Steam. The game costs $9.99 and is available now worldwide. Among the Sleep is starting work on its DLC and is asking for ideas from their backers. Suggestions are discussed in the game's official forum. And lastly, Mighty No. 9 is pleased to announce that they are in fact releasing an animated series set for release in 2016. And they are asking for donations to help fund other aspects of the series. So far they have reached $12,000+. One of the biggest titles to arrive lately is the retro-inspired Shovel Knight from Yacht Club Games. And while originally asking for $70,000, they walked away from Kickstarter with over $300,000. Shovel Knight is basically what would happen if you took 10 of the best NES platformers and put them into a blender and out pops something amazing. Don't put your NES games into a blender! Trust me. The game centers around Shovel Knight on a quest to a tower to reunite with his partner Shield Knight. But on the way, he must fend off creatures, find treasures, and battle awesome bosses. All with his shovel. While games like Mario Bros. 3, Castlevania 3, and DuckTales have all been claimed as inspiration, it's clear the biggest is Mega Man. For better or worse. Seriously. Instant death spikes? Ugh. Fortunately though, there are no lives to deal with. But when you do die, a certain amount of gems fly off you in floating bags that you can reclaim if you reach them before dying again. The game looks like it came right out of an NES, if you can forget the 16:9 widescreen and Xbox 360 controller. It isn't as easy as it looks to create a retro game that feels this much like an NES game, even going so far as using the official fonts, and the chiptune music is absolutely brilliant. And yes, I do know the NES couldn't handle parallax scrolling. But come on! The amount of detail that's gone into this is absolutely brilliant. And if you have one, you could technically map the game to an NES USB controller. But whatever controller you use, the gameplay is tight, The levels are fairly varied with many secrets to find, and the boss battles are amazing. My rating? I dig it. A game that will be ending its campaign in a few days is the Deer God. The premise of this pixel-style 3D game coming to Steam, Ouya, and maybe Wii U is that you're a human that has been turned into a deer, and you must traverse this platforming world, starting off as a fawn, mating with does that open up reincarnation points. The developers claim Deer God will challenge your religion and your platforming skills, and is planned for a January release. Now, I know this isn't about gaming, but it's Kickstarter, so it counts. We could very well be looking at the most funded record being shattered by a guy who asked for 50 grand to make an Esky. I'm of course talking about the Coolest. The Coolest is a battery-powered cooler with a built-in blender, with lights inside the case, a Bluetooth speaker, phone charger, built-in plate, cutlery section, different sections to put food and drinks. It's just, everything's been thought about this. This is like an ultimate Esky. Currently, as of filming this, Coolest is soon to become the third most funded with over $6.2 million with 40 plus days of funding to go. According to our friends at KickTrack, which offer predictions based on trends, they predict the Coolest will raise $27 million by the end of funding. Now, as Kalito would say,
that's cool.
Now this is some good potato salad. Definitely worth the 60 grand.